into this channel and just see my locks in the videos, and like, I cannot believe we are here. I don't know. They've just given me this extra edge. I don't unique. I think they're just, I feel so confident with my locks. Hello, I'm Tara. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for choosing to watch my video today. So, as you've seen by the title, this is a very informal, impromptu Loc review. How many months am I now? I should have probably worked that out before I turned the camera on. So I'm 2 years, January 9th, and it's currently it's November 15th. So work our way back. I'm about 22 months, which is a very random time. But yeah, my locks are about 22 months old. And I realized I haven't done an update since my year update. I didn't even do an 18-month update. I mean, a lot of stuff has happened. Yeah, I'm finally back. I'm back filming. I'm back on YouTube. I'm back showing my face to the social world. I don't know what I was going to say there. So yeah, this is a random 22-month Loc update. Like I said, it's a very short one, impromptu, just because I realized that I'd missed the 18 one, and I did want to do, 1 year, 18, and then finally my 2 year one. So just before it's 2 years, I thought I would do this quick one. If you go back to like the first video on this channel, please have a look at my locks. Even if you're not going back just to watch the videos, but just go back into this channel and just see my locks in the videos, and like, I cannot believe we are here. I cannot believe that we're at this stage. When I first started, my locks were like this, literally little worms like that. And I would binge watch. Like, I went through a stage those first couple of months when I had my locks of pretty much every video I watched was to do with locks. It was to do with updates. I would watch, like when I was in the beginning, I would watch a bunch of 6-month update videos just to be like, just that thing of, okay, I'm going to be there too. I'm going to be there too. So I would watch all of these 6 months. Then when I reached 6 months, I was watching all these 1 year ones. Then when I reached 1 year, I was watching all the 18-month ones. And I've just gone through this whole stage where now I don't even watch Loc videos that much anymore, because I feel like I watched nearly all of them. Like, literally, I watched so many Loc videos in the beginning that I feel like I might have watched all of the Loc videos on YouTube. There's actually even still some Loc YouTubers that I'll still watch and follow here and there, because I probably binged watched. Like, if there's a particular YouTuber that had updates for their locks, you best believe I watched all of their videos, because I loved just seeing the journey from like when it literally looks like nothing in your head until it gets to a stage where you're like, oh my gosh, I've actually got locks. And I remember at the time just thinking, am I ever, you're going to make it, but time always seems very far away, in the sense that for me, even 6 months when I just got them done felt like an incredibly long time. Not to think of a year. I was like, oh my gosh, 12 whole months with locks. And then obviously I'd be thinking, oh my gosh, and then 2 years. And then I'd be seeing some people that have had their locks for like 5 years. And I'm like, gosh, like, I still look at that actually. And I'm like, gosh, where will I be when my locks are 5 years old? Because another point that I made is I don't want any scissors to touch my hair at all for at least 10 years. So I'm not cutting my locks at all. Oh, sorry, I thought my dog was out here. I'm not cutting my locks at all for at least 10 years. At least. So this is them just shy of 2 years. And the progress is actually immense. I'll obviously come a little bit closer so I can do a 360 and you can see. But I haven't retwisted my hair in a while. When was the last time I retwisted it? It's been more than 2 months, I want to say. It's been more than 2 months. Um, or even longer. I genuinely actually don't have a recollection of when I last retwisted it. Not that I'm saying it was super, super long, but so much has just happened in the past few months that I do not have a concept of time anymore. I tend to figure out when I did certain things based off of where I was. Um, it genuinely, but I know it's more than 2 months. I know it's more than 2 months. I just couldn't tell you if it's 4 months or if it is 2 months is basically what I mean. It's not more than 4 months. It's less than 4 months, more than 2 months was the last time I did a retwist. So this is actually due a retwist soon, or when I feel like it's due on. But actually, what I like is the longer that my locks have gotten, the less I've kind of felt like I needed to retwist them. Obviously, when my locks were like this small, if it needed retwisting, it was very pertinent. It was very obvious, like if that makes sense, because you would have this thickness at the bottom, then a tiny little like lock sticking out there, which at that point wouldn't even been a lock yet. So you've just got a tiny bit of a twist, I guess, hanging off the bottom. But obviously, the longer it gets, the more you don't really need to retwist. I also purposefully don't retwist as often. In the beginning, I used to do it every month. And then once I saw that my locks were not unraveling anymore, I increased that to like 6 weeks. And then I've slowly but surely just been increasing it by just not even timing it and just waiting up until literally the point that I'm like, okay, I've been separating these for like too much now. So I probably just need to retwist it so it stops sticking together. It's because I don't want freeform locks. I will probably get to a stage though, depending on how long they are, where I will maybe even retwist like twice a year. So I'll be aiming to do like once every 6 months or something like that. But right now, I'm still at the stage where I have to separate quite a lot, probably when it gets to the 3 month mark. And then I'm like, okay, this is getting annoying. So I'm going to retwist it now. Um, but I'm still in love. I'm absolutely still in love with them. I honestly adore my hair. I think I even said this in the last update video about this, but I adore my hair. I adore my locks. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I think they're unique. I think they're just, I feel so confident with my locks. I don't know. They've just given me this extra edge. I don't know. I don't even know if it's an edge. It's so hard to explain. If somebody else has locks, please can you if you know what I'm trying to say and you figure out how to explain it, please write it in the comments because I cannot figure out how to explain to people how much I love my locks and how they make me feel and all of this stuff. So that hasn't changed at all. It's not gone down. If anything, I love them more and more, like every day. Sorry, my dogs are like literally running around fighting behind me. Well, behind you, not behind me. So I'm like seeing them there. It's very distracting. So I don't know if you can hear them, but they're like running around. I might show them to you just so you can see. You guys gonna stop fighting? Okay. So just so you know, I'm not being mad. But it's because they're like running around and going, "Arr, arr." It's so distracting. But anyway, apologies about that. I hope you enjoyed the little dog break. But yeah, so the feeling that I've had about how much I love them has just been growing more and more and more and more as time has gone on, and it's not dying down. Um, I really love how they look. I love how healthy they are. I love how they make me feel, the confidence they bring me, and Yeah, I can't really think of anything else to say. If somebody can explain what locks do and there's like a word for it, please put it down in the comments. I try to convince everybody I meet to get locks. I ain't even gonna lie. Anybody says anything about their hair, I'm like, why don't you get locks? It doesn't matter what the comment is. Why don't you get locks? Like, I want everybody to feel how this feels. And I know for some reason it's daunting. I think it's because it's a pretty permanent thing. I do that because obviously you can always comb out your locks, but it's a pretty permanent thing. So I do get it when people are like, no, but I don't want to because I get bored, da 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 da. But honestly, I was the same as that. If anybody ever goes through my Instagram or goes through anything, you can see how often I used to change my hair and how drastically different it would be all the time. I genuinely didn't get locks for years because I was convinced that I would feel the same. I was convinced that I would just be like, oh no, I'm bored. I am not. I have not even thought one moment about, oh, I wish I didn't have locks. Since I got them, there's not even been one day. Even that whole ugly stage that people were talking about, I don't think I experienced it. Maybe to other people, I was ugly, but I never went through a stage where I was like, oh, ugly stage. No. My locks have been beautiful stage from day one. Even when there were little worms on my head, I was still like, I love my little worms. Like, and like I said, that feeling has just grown. It's not gone down. I've not had the regret. I've not had second thoughts or nothing this entire time. Again, 2 years is not a long time, and I'm only 2 months from 2 years, but I can't really see what would happen between now and whenever. For me, this is pretty much, I think, a lifetime commitment. But again, I don't like saying things like that because who knows what's going to happen in the future. But for the next 10 years at least, that be me. That be me. Anyway, I don't really have much to comment because at this stage, there's not that many changes happening. Oh, my chair is giving out under me. There's not many changes happening, but as you can see, these look like proper locks now. I'm going to stand up. These look like proper locks now. Like, oh my gosh, look at them. I feel like they're just so lush. They're so healthy. They've got like their own like look. I have some that are like thinner. I have some that are like thicker. And this one is like, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like half flat, half not. But this is quite a chunky boy. And I've got some that are like newer. So as you can see, this one is actually budding right now. Like this is a bud that I've got there. And I've got another one that's even newer. I don't know. I can't see. Like because I think my hair is so healthy, I keep growing new hair. Like I didn't even know that was possible. Like this wasn't a lock when the other locks were locking. This was just hair that just randomly appeared like a chunk. And so I twisted that into a lock. And then I had another one somewhere. I can't figure out where it is. It's on the crown of my head somewhere, but it's even smaller and it's even newer because again, like I said, am I growing new hair? I don't understand how it works. And oh yeah, I know my hair is dirty as well right now. As you can see, it's hard to hide dirty hair when you've got locks. But I am due a wash. I don't want to retwist yet, so I'll probably just wash it and I may wait to retwist it for my 2 years, but then that, as in to do another retwist, but I don't know. I guess it depends how it keeps going. But yeah, there's another chunky boy. That's a different chunky boy to the other one I showed you. But I've just got like different sizes in there. And then you can see the one next to it. So if I hold two together, like I just love how different they are. Can you see that? I love how different they are, even in my head. I never wanted to have the same size locks. I didn't want uniform locks at all. I don't want neat locks either. That word is even starting to annoy me. I hate it when people are like, are you not going to neaten up your hair? You neaten up your hair. My hair is fine. Like, neaten up your own hair. Like, I don't like that word, especially when it describes my hair. I'm like, leave me alone. No, I'm not going to neaten it up. Um, but yeah, I never wanted that from the beginning. I want the lock look, I want my hair to still be free. I want my hair to still be natural, which is why I don't twist it too much. And which is why I don't actually manipulate the locks themselves. So even when I'm twisting, I just do like, yeah, this is some growth, as you can see here. You can see the last retwist was there. So with this growth, I would literally just do that and clip. That's all I would twist and clip and leave the rest of this untouched. Um, because I don't want to, because I know some people when they lock, they obviously do that along the whole lock, because obviously they're trying to get a more cylindrical one. They're trying to make them neater. They're trying to make them more uniform. I completely don't want that. And it actually makes my retwisting a lot easier because, one, I just use water and oil. Um, and I just literally twist the end, clip, twist the end, clip. So it takes me a much shorter time to twist. That's another thing I forgot, actually, is one of the biggest differences is it doesn't take as long to twist anymore because, like I said, I'm only twisting the ends. Whereas in the beginning, I was twisting all of it because obviously it kept unraveling, when they're still like proper babies. What stage are mine at? They're not baby locks anymore. Are they mature? Can somebody tell me in the comments what counts as mature? Are these mature? Like, yeah, what counts as mature? Why have I forgotten this? I used to know all the stages literally off by heart like it was nothing, but now I've forgotten. I guess people say between 18 and 24 months is when they start to be mature. So I guess I am in that bracket now. Yeah, I think I can refer to them as mature. But if I'm wrong, of course, correct me in the comments. Definitely correct me because I want to know. But also length. So as you can see, my hair now without trying, it's got a lot of movement. Like, I could do this a little bit. I could do this a lot. I could do all that. And it's now got a lot of its own movement. They've gotten heavier as well. Not heavy, like they're not heavy. They're just heavier. As in before, I couldn't feel that there was anything on my head. Like, genuinely, it just felt like I just had a head. I couldn't feel that I had anything on my head. Whereas now I can feel that I've got something on my head. Not heavy though. Genuinely, I wouldn't even describe them as heavy at all. They just feel heavier than they were before. I just now am aware that, okay, yeah, there's something going on up there. And then I don't think there's really any more updates around that. I just want to do a quick 360 for y'all. So like that's the side view. Again, my hair's dirty. Don't judge me. I'm aware. The back view. I'm always paranoid about the back view because I can never see it. So I'm always wondering what's going on back there. So that's the back view. And then this is this side view. By the way, not all of that is dirt. It's just where the thingy meets and like my coconut oil that got dry in there. By the way, coconut oil, I was only using because I had run out of my black castor oil, and where I was, there was coconut oil. So I need to have an oil and water for my hair to like twist properly. So I just had to make do. But that's why I don't like to use it, because then, as you can see, each edge of these like leaves a weird residue, which I'm not a fan of. But that may just be my hair, because obviously people's hair takes different treatments in completely different ways. So for me personally, that's one thing I've noticed is coconut, and I've had to be spraying it in my hair. I just need to get black castor oil. Um, but yeah, I've had to be spraying it in my hair because obviously I need to keep my hair hydrated. And if I don't have the oil that I normally use, I'm just going to use whatever oil is there because it is still good for your hair. Obviously, it will come off when I like thoroughly do my proper thorough wash because I do different types of washes. The wash that I do when I'm retwisting is not the same as the wash that I do when I'm just washing, for example. So when I do that one, I'll make sure to get it out. I still haven't done an apple cider rinse or anything like that. And I've been seeing somewhere that I should probably have one now since it's nearly been 2 years and I've never had one. So maybe I'll wait till I hit 2 years and then do it then. I don't know, because it'll be something that I have to figure out on my own. I still don't let anybody touch my hair. Only I've ever retwisted it and I plan to keep it that way because it's a spiritual thing for me as well, and I don't really want other people's energies in my hair. I don't want somebody else touching my hair. Yeah, so spiritually for me, I'm still the only one that touches my hair, still the only one that does anything with that, and that's still the plan. But yeah, I can't think of any more updates, and I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be. Like I said, I just wanted to do a quick little one in lieu. What's that word? In lieu. There we go. In lieu of an 18-month one, I thought I would do an awkward 22-month update just before I do my 2-year update. I can't believe how fast this year has gone. I feel like I've only just sat down to fill my 1 year. But hey, that's what we mean. Time moves. If you're somebody that's watching this video and you've just started your journey, believe me when I say it goes like that. It doesn't feel like it in the beginning, but it does. Like I feel like I blinked and I was like, oh, luscious locks. It wasn't like that in the beginning, but I've loved every minute of it, every step of the journey. I would change absolutely nothing about my lock journey so far. I wouldn't change a thing. And yeah, I cannot wait to be sitting here giving you guys the 2-year update. I'll make sure I have a retwist and all that jazz for y'all so we can actually see the full like length and blah blah blah. And I will try do a little compilation for you guys like I did with the 1 year. But rather than I'll probably cheat like and do the first year I'll only do a few because obviously there's a whole video about that, and then I'll just be putting more from this one. But I need to be taking update pictures and stuff because I just take pictures of myself and not necessarily my locks anymore. Maybe I should just quickly do some these next few months. But yeah, enough rambling from me. That was my 22-month lock update. I hope you took something from it, or at least, I don't know, just enjoyed watching it. If you were like me, that was binge watching all these videos from other people. And yeah, if you're part of the journey, just keep going. Trust me, it's amazing and it's worth it. It's honestly worth it. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video today. I hope you come back for the next one, or better yet, why don't you watch one of these? Huh? This one? This one? Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Love, light, and loving your hair. Thanks. Bye.